What is going on here? Keen Flame here, back with another game. Today we got a Redbull game between TheMista and Satoshi. I'm honestly not sure who Satoshi is. It might be an AoE 2 player, at least that's my guess. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. He was playing very well in this tournament, definitely props to him. And this game he's going to be facing against TheMista in his best out of 3 series. So let's see what TheMista is cooking up as Loki. And I did a video of Loki, of Victor playing Loki against, I believe, Matador. And we found out that Eyes of the Forest is very, very OP for Loki. Because the moment you place a unit around the forest, right, you can see everything around the forest. So it's very, very hard to raid Loki, because the moment you like hunt right here and you have your ox cart right there, you can see everything coming to you. So let's say Satoshi is coming right here, right, with a raid, with like a Hippocon raid, then the Loki player already knows it's coming because he has so much vision around all the forest, right? And all you need is just one unit around each forest. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see what Mista does this game. We also saw Grass playing Loki, but Grass didn't really, you know, take advantage of that upgrade. He kind of, you know, played it more straightforward. And he just basically just ramped his army down, Ridu's throat, right? Like straight to the middle, straight fight. So it's like kind of like a difference in play style between TheMista probably and Grass. And both of them, of course, are in JSS, but their play styles are just so wildly different. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how TheMista plays Loki compared to Grass. And let's see what is going to happen this game, right, guys? So let's analyze quickly the early build order. So Mista sent a dwarf right away to the gold mine, made an ox cart right there. Or actually, basically what he did, he made an ox cart with his food villagers, and then he sent that ox cart to the gold mine, and his first villager was a dwarf, right? After that, he put like 4 or 5 to food, I think 4, and then he made an ox cart for wood as well. So right now he has 3 on wood, and then 8 on food, and then 3 on gold. And then he made his temple right there. And he also knows that Satoshi has his temple right here. And he can see exactly that he is going to be praying right there with his villager. So he kind of knows what's coming for him, basically. He sees on favor. So that means that he's probably not going to make very many miss units. I mean, that's probably, you know, you can already kind of predict that, because, you know, you're playing Loki. My opponent is probably not going to make myth units, right? So he only has 1 villager on the temple, which means that it's probably just for the 2 initial heroes, right? For Atalanta and for, I believe it's, what is it? For Theseus, right? Yeah. So he got a relic right there. Temple improvements are cheaper. That might come in handy later on. And he is going to be dropping the stable, which Mista now knows as well. So let's see how Mista is going to react. So he's going to keep making Hersirs. And my guess is that he's going to drop down maybe a Great Hall. Yeah, there it is. And I think Herdmen are very good against Poseidon as well. I don't see enough players though making the Herdman. But I also think maybe on Loki, you might not want to go Herdman, because, you know, the Hersirs are stronger and they generate more favor, which will give you more myth units in return, right? So we'll see. We'll see this game, how Mista reacts. And all right, let's see. So yeah, he has to back off because Atlanta is just so fast, and she is a tank. 300 HP and like 5.8 speed or something crazy. It's definitely insane. Let me see if he got any upgrades yet. So he hit a little brawl right there. Then he's going to be healing up the Hersirs, which he just fought with the healing spring. So these are going to go back to full health. Definitely a good trade. And here's Satoshi is going to be scouting to see what TheMista is doing. TheMista is very smart, hiding what he's building in the back, but Satoshi is smarter, and he is scouting exactly the back line as well. and he sees 2 Great Halls, so he knows, okay, you're gonna make Radiant Calf or Herseers or both, right? And it looks like Mista is gonna be going into full Herseers, at least for now. So he's really gonna be wanting to get a lot of myth units, because we know from the original that Poseidon is quite weak against myth units, but in Retold it might be different. Like the heroes for Poseidon just were not that strong, especially the Hippolyta from the classical age, right? In the original, she missed, like she's an archer hero basically, and she missed so many shots, so it was always hard to deal with the Nidhogg, right? But in Retold, you actually get Atalanta as the classical age hero myth unit, which means you can probably deal with the myth units a little bit better than in the original. But we'll have to see how this pans out, right? This is a good fight for the Mista. Like, he has 7 Herseers, and he actually has more army than the Poseidon player, than Satoshi. So let's see. So he plays very, very defensive with his Great Halls. He doesn't want his stuff taken down, I guess. He also doesn't want the opponent to know what he's making. Fortunately, though, Satoshi scouted this out, so he's completely fine. So he can react accordingly, right? Definitely think maybe he should have switched to archers. Oh yeah, he's actually gonna go for an archery range right there. I think you definitely want to have archers, but I think maybe you should go for like a semi-fast heroic, which I think he's gonna do because he has the market, right? And then once you have the Hippopis, right, they are good against infantry, especially against Herseers as well. So I think that's the play. You have to go like semi-fast heroic, and then you make the archers and the Hippopis. But also, I think what a lot of players do not do is they don't go Aries against Norse on Poseidon. In Aries, you get this upgrade. Let me show you guys. You get this upgrade, Demon's Sword of Threat, and you can basically enable the Hypas an age sooner. You can make them in classical age. So he could be making Hippopis right now, which would completely counter his army. And that's the reason also why I think Mista put the spy on his wood villager, because he knows that wood villager is going to make the military production facilities, right? So he knows, like, if he went for the Hypas, then he would have not made the Herseers probably. But at the same time, I think he still should have gone for it, because the Herseers, it just allows you so much speed on the map and so much map control, right? And here you can see Mista is abusing the Eyes of the Forest. And apparently it works on houses as well. I thought it was just normal human units, but Eyes of the Forest, it works on houses as well. So this actually changes the meta for Loki completely, because you can put the houses on the forest, they'll give you vision around it. For some reason, this one is bugged out, it's not working, but this one is given full vision. So I'm very confused right now. And here is a big fight going on, but I think these Herseers just trade too well against these Hippicons. Like, he has so many, and he's in the picks right now as well, so he definitely has to move out soon. And he killed the deer or the gazelle here too for extra favor generation. So he's going to be spawning these myth units very, very soon, because these favors, the way the Herseers work is that once they, like, each Herseer basically builds up favor by its own. So the moment it reaches like 12 favor or 14 favor, it has a chance, or not a chance, it basically spawns a myth unit. And it has a chance to be any of these classical myth units. And then in the heroic age, it builds up to, like, for example, 18 favor or 20 favor. Then it has a chance to spawn any of the heroic myth units. So each Herseer basically needs to attack for a while and build the favor up per Herseer basically. So this Herseer has, for example, 10 favor, and the other one has like 8 favor. And then once the Herseer reaches like the amount of favor it needs to spawn a myth unit, then it spawns a myth unit, and it can be a troll, it can be an Einhar, or it can be a Valkyrie. So yeah. Yeah, he's just spamming these houses all over the map right now, on the gold mine, on the forest, and it's given him a lot of line of sight. Like, he basically has complete line of sight over the entire map. Damn, Eyes of the Forest is just really OP. Like, I feel like that it might need a nerf. Like, I think it shouldn't work on buildings. Like, that's kind of OP because you can just build the houses on all the trees and give you complete map hack basically. So that is crazy. Mysta is building some of them in bad places though. Like this one, it got taken down immediately, right? Because his army was already there. And this one as well. And now this one here too. And it looks like Mysta is going for the all-in soon because he's making his buildings forward, which means he does not want to have walking time all the way from his base to this spot right there. So now he can make units forward, and he's going to be casting the flaming weapons, but he's dropping the ceasefire right away. He is still going to have about 20 seconds of flaming weapons still, and Mysta knows the game is decided. If I win on this gold mine right there, I win the game. So Mysta is sending all of his army to this location. He knows everything that's going on the map. He knows this gold mine location. He knows all of these. There's nothing to hide right now from the Mysta. He has full map control right here. And it may look like he has less army. Let me count. Yeah. He has 22 Hersers against like 12 Hippocons. He is just gonna decimate this army and spawn a lot of myth units right there. This is looking really bad for Satoshi, and I think that's game. But damn, what a masterclass this was from the Mysta on the Loki, showing us all how to play the Loki. And damn, there it is, guys. GG. What a well played game by the Mysta. Satoshi tried to hold it out, but it's just too tough. Like, you don't really know what Mysta is going to do because he didn't have to play the ladder games, right? So yeah, it's just really tough to play against the Mysta in his first initial AOM Retold tournament. But at the same time, we are learning a lot of things from these recorded games. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next game. And if you guys want coaching, make sure to DM me on Discord. I'm available for coaching right now, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Peace out. See you later, boys.